Alright, in today's tutorial I'm going to go over how to create a sphere in a different way than we've been doing in the past. We're going to be using the 3D effect. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a sphere that kind of looks like this. And let me see if I can, something like this. And we're going to apply a symbol that we were going to create and apply it to this sphere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete everything and start from scratch, and I'll get rid of this as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the ellipse tool, and I want you to hold down Shift and make a perfect circle. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on and direct select one edge right here, and I'm going to just hit delete on the keyboard to delete it. And then what we're going to do is right now we have something that looks like this. If we fill in the stroke, you can see that it's there's no black stroke line here. If you want to fill that in with a stroke, what you can do is you can use the pen tool and click on this point right here and hold down Shift to make it a straight line and click right there, and then you have an added stroke. But what we want to get is a half circle, and then from here what we're going to do is we're going to create a symbol to apply to our sphere once we create it. So go ahead and click up here, click the rectangle, and I just want you to make one long thin rectangle. Let's take the stroke off. Okay, and then after you do that, copy, Command C and hit Command F and copy and paste it, and then I just held down Shift and I moved the rectangle down one. So I'll do that again, Command C, Command F, copy and paste in front, and then hold down Shift and hit the down key, and let's just make 5 bars doing that. And from here I'm going to color them in. I'm going to click right here, and I'll just do the rainbow. It's nice and easy, and I'm coloring them in. Oop. Click, and we want that one, and we're actually missing one. We can add one more. Command C, Command F, pull it down and color it in red. And then what we're going to do is we need to make this, since this is going to be our map art for a three-dimensional object, we need to turn this into a symbol. And to do that, you just rope it. So make sure you're on your selection tool. You rope it, and you can just drag it into this symbol right here, which is like the new layer symbol. You click on this new one right here, and you can just put maybe rainbow and hit OK. And now you'll see it in there. Okay. If you don't see symbols, you can also go down to Window and Symbols and get it there. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a sphere. So let's go ahead and turn the stroke off on that, and you can leave it whatever color you have it, because we're going to take that color off eventually. Click on it, highlight it, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Effect, 3D, and Revolve. Meaning we're going to revolve this around the center point right here. Imagine if we had our rulers up. Let's go to View, Rulers, Show Rulers, and imagine when we create our 3D effect, imagine what we're essentially going to tell the 3D tool to do is simply take this shape and wrap it all the way around 360 degrees around this guide right here. So to do that, click on it, Effect, 3D, and then we want Revolve. And then we have our 3D options box, and let me make this, see if I can make this. Actually, I'll just do it from here. So from here, let's go ahead and click Preview. And once you click Preview, you can see that it automatically makes a 3D or a sphere. If it didn't, you'd want to check right edge. If you made it on the right hand side, you can click left. If you made it on the left hand side, you need to switch it to right. So make sure you select the appropriate edge, And then what you can do is you can rotate your sphere, and it might be a little bit laggy because it takes a lot of memory to do this. You can adjust the light source right here. You can play around with these different lights. If you want it blended steps, if you lower the blended steps, it's not as clear. If you change the blended steps, it's a little bit smoother transition. You can play around with these and kind of see what they do in terms of, you know, changing the highlight intensity, changing the light source. From plastic shading, you can just do wireframe if you want and rotate the wireframe. There's also just diffuse lighting like we did when we were using the mesh tool. Plastic shading. So let's just leave it on plastic shading for now. And what we want to do is we want to apply the symbol. So we're going to go to Map Art, and then the surface, we should click on the symbol, and we want to go to Rainbow, and then we want to stretch to fit so it encompasses the whole thing. Right now it's just kind of on the side. So let's do Scale to Fit, and then we want to do Invisible Geometry so we don't see the green. Okay, and then once you do that, you can hit OK, and now you can rotate and see. Right, you can kind of see what it's going to be looking like, which is kind of nice. And you can kind of angle it any way you want. You can use these as well, and then you click OK, and then give it some time. And then you've just created a sphere and wrap your symbol around it, and it looks like this. So pretty cool stuff creating a sphere. Go ahead and give it a try.